Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to today's session. This is how to get out of survival mode. I've also called it, hey, spray and pray marketing isn't a way to run a business. So what I'm going to talk about for about the next 20 minutes with the help of a special guest is how to get out of survival mode. I know especially in 2020, I probably don't need to tell you, for so many businesses, it's just been really difficult. And sometimes you feel like you're in survival mode and that it's hard to get out of it. Well, we're going to give you the ways that you can not only get out of survival mode, but be amazingly, enormously successful in 2021 if you just follow these simple tips. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get things started? Let me just ask you this question. Why do you think it is that so many small businesses just barely survive? And by the way, I'm going to do a quick adjustment on my camera. We're going to move it this way. There we go. So you don't see that gray stuff on the top. Why is it that so many businesses are just surviving? Well, a majority of small businesses fail in the first 5 years, and a few small businesses actually thrive in the way that they envision. And ultimately, it often comes down to the way the business approaches their marketing. And here are some of the symptoms of survival marketing. It's important to recognize that some of these signs most often seen with small businesses, they're simply stuck in survival marketing mode. And the first thing you'll see is that kind of a business is almost always chasing the next deal. Sometimes the marketing is just disjointed. It may be on again, off again. It may be spray and pray style of marketing. And maybe you just don't have the confidence that your marketing plan will bring a surplus of customers. And you may be experiencing one or more of these symptoms of survival marketing in your business. It's probably safe to say that every business has experienced this in some fashion, in various ways during the course of their business. We've all been there. But listen, not everyone in survival mode is dying. At a basic level, this is what survival marketing looks like for most small businesses. You start by generating interest, and this is by far your least predictable part of the funnel. And maybe you get a few leads. This is usually your most expensive part of the funnel. And then you sell to the hot leads, bring in money in, that's good. Then you sigh in relief, and then you start all over again. That's what survival marketing is all about. But, as a result, businesses in survival marketing mode consistently have gaps in 3 critical parts of their customer life cycle. They are lost traffic, lost leads, and lost customers. Now, let me ask you, how many of these do you suffer from? You can go ahead and put those in the comments. By the way, we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. And what you'll see on Facebook and on YouTube is about 30 seconds delayed from when I'm actually saying something. So you may drop something in the comment or chat box, or if you're watching the replay, obviously I'll see that afterward. But go ahead and put your comments in there. What is it that you see slipping through the cracks on your business? You probably don't know what to do about it. But today, we're going to uncover your own unique hidden opportunities and help you leave this session with more confidence than ever before. Most businesses do want to thrive, and we start by trying to figure out new tools and tactics and technology. Our customers are going online, and it definitely can feel like a train we can't catch. But I've got some really good news for you. You don't have to catch it in order to thrive. Join me and watch the video that I'm about to show that talks about the customer life cycle and how you can use the customer life cycle to your advantage. Let's watch this video together.
Today we're going to talk about the way that most people market their small businesses. The typical customer life cycle is broken. In fact, this is one of the main reasons why so many small businesses fail just after they get started. So what I want to talk about is 3 specific areas of waste that we see happening in small businesses. And I want to offer up to you a framework that will allow you to recapture some of those lost opportunities and take your business to a new level. So the typical customer life cycle is kind of a 3-part approach where businesses go out and they engage in activities that will attract people to their business. You might have activities that you do online with your website where you're trying to drive traffic. You may have customers who are referring you, or you're trying to get word of mouth interest in your business, or you may have other direct advertising campaigns. All of that energy is to get interest in your business so that you can apply your sales process. You may have a very short sales process or a very long sales process, but you have some method that you use to acquire new customers. So let's say, as a little case study here, let's say that you spent $1,000 and about 10 hours of time in efforts trying to generate interest in your business, and that produced 100 leads, and that you converted 10% of those leads, so you created 10 new customers. That's kind of a typical flow that might happen. Well, what happens if you want to say, well, I'm not happy with 10 customers, I want to get 20. I want to double the number of customers that I'm getting. Well, usually where small businesses go, the levers they pull is they're going to come back over here and say, well, why don't I double the amount of money I'm spending or the amount of time? Or why don't I double my sales staff? Well, what I'm going to share with you today is that there are some options for doubling the number of customers that you're getting that will be far less expensive than just going around and starting to double things. So let's talk about some of those areas. The first big area of waste in small businesses is lost traffic. So how many of the people that are coming to your website today, or that are hearing about you through their friends or word of mouth, or responding to your direct advertising, how many of them are not ready to do business today? And so they just sort of leave, right? They come to your website and they leave, or they hear about you, then they forget about you, or whatever. Well, what if there was a way for us to capture the information of those people in a way that we could follow up so that when they are ready to move forward in the process, we're there and we're following up with them? We'll talk about that later, but this is the main area. Most people don't have a mechanism for that. Most businesses have a bunch of traffic either coming to their website or calling them on the phone or coming into their store, and they're not capturing it. They literally have traffic that is going straight into the trash can. So let's say we do capture a lead, and now they go into our sales process. Well, most businesses are awesome at closing up what they would call hot leads, right? These are our hotties. We do a great job. Nobody has a real problem with that. It's kind of a natural instinct. The problem is, if somebody's not a hot lead, most of the time they get labeled as a bad lead. Well, they're not a bad lead. They're just not ready to buy today. Because they're not ready to buy today when you need to make a sale or create sales, doesn't mean they're a bad lead. Now, granted, some of them are bad leads that are never going to buy. But the principle here is it takes up to 7 contacts before a consumer is ready to do business with you. They want to understand you. They want to have interactions with you before they're ready to do business. So it takes this amount of time. Well, the problem is most small businesses stop their follow-up between 2 and 3 follow-ups, which means you've done a little bit of the work, and what's likely going to happen is that prospective customer is going to now go off and do business with somebody else, or just forget about you altogether and never do business with anybody. So this is a significant problem and a major source of waste. Lost leads. What if we had a system and an approach for taking these leads that weren't hot today and taking them all the way through to the finish line? We'll talk about that. Okay, the third area of waste, this is a huge one, is we are literally losing customers. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means a couple different things. Sometimes a customer will just up and leave your business. They stop interacting with you and buying from you. And this is sad. Do you know the number one reason why people choose to leave one business in favor of another? You might think it's a massive customer service failure or they hate the product. No, actually, it's sad. It's really sad, especially for small business owners. 65% of people report that they leave one company over it and go to another one because of indifference. In other words, why did you leave, company ABC? I don't know. It just didn't. Well, what that means is we have not done the work to make sure that every new customer knows we love them and we care about them and they're getting great service. And that is an easy problem to solve. It is a travesty that small businesses are losing so many customers. It's not just repeat sales, it's also referrals. A lot of the word of mouth that brings new people in happens because we nailed it for our customers. So these are the 3 distinct areas of waste that may be happening in your business: lost traffic, lost leads, and lost customers. So instead of just implementing the typical customer lifecycle in your business, let's turn that into the ideal customer lifecycle. Lifecycle marketing is a framework that we created at Infusionsoft to help you do exactly that, to get rid of the waste that we've talked about, the wasted traffic, wasted leads, and wasted customers. There are 3 distinct phases inside of lifecycle marketing: your system of attracting new people to your business, your system of selling, and your system of wowing. So the first phase of lifecycle marketing is the attract phase. And there are 3 components to this. The first thing that we're going to help you to do is we're going to help you identify who your target market is. Who are the best customers? Who are the people that you should be out attracting? You might look at the customers you've already attracted and see what the commonalities are among them. We're going to get really clear about who we're targeting. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little bit of a shift to the way we attract interest to make sure that we're not losing out on the traffic. And so what we'll do is this. We'll help you identify places where you can go and find people that are your targets. But rather than just letting go of them if they're not ready to move forward, we're going to use this tool we call a lead magnet. That's why we've got it drawn up here. The lead magnet is a thing that you create that has a lot of value for your target market. And we're going to offer that to them in exchange for them giving you their contact information. So you're going to collect a lead in exchange for this. So that might look like a web form that shows up on a lead capture form that shows up on your website where you capture somebody's name and email address and possibly their phone number. Okay? So now we make sure that we're not just having people come to our website and then go into the trash bin. That's a very high level overview of the attract phase. Then we move on into the sell phase of lifecycle marketing. So this is where we're going to help you to avoid losing leads that we've been losing before. So we're going to have a system of follow-up that specifically focuses on those leads that aren't hot and aren't ready to buy today. Here's what that might look like. What that might look like is we create together an automatic follow-up system where we've just captured a lead. Now we're going to send that person a new email or an email to follow up with them, followed by potentially a phone call that might go out by you or one of your salespeople. Maybe another email goes out. We can do things like SMS messaging. And the whole goal of all of this is to create those interactions. Remember we talked about the 7 contacts that are necessary? We're going to create that system in your business so that like clockwork, you know that every new lead that comes in is getting the follow-up that they need to be turned into a customer. Now, it's not reasonable to think that we're going to convert everybody just because we start to follow up with them. Some people just aren't ready to buy today. So we'll have another approach for longer term nurture where we'll continue to stay in touch with these people over time in a longer term nurture program. But all of this, the goal of this is to turn more of these leads that have been just going into the trash can into customers. Now, what are we going to do for all the new customers? Well, we want to make dang sure that every single brand new customer that comes into your business is wowed. That's why we call this phase of lifecycle marketing wow. So we're going to make sure that like clockwork, we have a new customer wowing process. That might also look like some follow-up. We're going to lay the love on thick and have a series of automatic follow-ups that go out. In this case, we might send them a direct mail package. They're a brand new customer. It might make sense to send them a gift. We're going to send them emails and follow up and make sure that they know that we love them. And then we're going to not just stop there. We're going to have ongoing follow-up systems in place as well. Now, all of this obviously is going to create a customer that buys more, but we also have specific systems that we can put in place that will help you to collect more referrals, because that's one of the main elements of the wow phase is getting referrals. So lifecycle marketing is a system that will help you to annihilate these areas of waste in your business. And to have in place, we're gonna fill this entire system that makes it so that you have a business that is literally going to the next level automatically. So this is what lifecycle marketing might look like in your business. Now, you might be sitting there and saying, Scott, cool, but number one, where am I going to learn how to do all this stuff? And where am I going to find the time to implement all of these things? Well, the good news is that is why we exist, and we've helped thousands of small business owners to implement lifecycle marketing. We know it works, we know it doesn't work, and we're here to help. The other thing is our software, our technology is built specifically to help make this process right here be something you don't have to think about. Our technology allows us to be completely automated, which means all of these things happen automatically without you having to think about it. And we'd love to help you with that. I want you to stop before we close today and ask yourself this question. What would it be worth in my business if I had a system that completely eliminated all of these trash cans? I knew that everybody that was coming to my website, I was offering something of value to capture those leads. They weren't just bouncing off. And all the leads that I have today were being followed up with systematically like clockwork to be turned into customers. And then every new customer felt the love and they were being wowed and they were giving us referrals. What would that be worth to you in your business? We want to help you and your business succeed. That is why we exist.
And that is why we exist. And I'm glad that you took a few minutes to take a look at that. By the way, if you have any questions about anything that you saw, be sure you call or text me. And if you liked or understood, or maybe you didn't understand what you saw in that video, particularly if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button, mash the like button, and let me know that you got something out of it. You know, we put these things together to help you learn a little bit more about how to run your business. And so let me share a few other things with you. And one is to review this customer life cycle. You know, we often get in a mode of, gee, I got this hot prospect and I'm going to target them and I'm going to sell them right away. And as you saw in the video, it typically doesn't work that way, unless what you've got is an impulse buy like popcorn. But typically what happens is we target, we attract their interest, we collect leads. Once we've got the lead, we educate them, maybe give them an offer, then try to close them. And once we close them, once they become a customer, then it's up to us to deliver and wow them, and then offer something else. And oh, by the way, getting referrals, super important, because what's the best kind of advertising? It's word of mouth. And word of mouth advertising is essentially referrals. So don't ever forget that how important that is for you to grow your business. All right, super important to get those referrals. So think about this for a minute. What are the 3 things that you can do right now to help your business thrive in 2021? One thing I want to offer you is this worksheet. It's 50 ways to wow your customers. 50 ways to wow your customers. Go ahead and shoot me an email, or if you prefer to text, you can text me at this number, 407-242-4200. I'll leave it up there for just a moment. This is a total freebie. It'll give you a great set of ideas for you to wow your customers and even your prospects. So go ahead and take advantage of that. Also, get yourself on my calendar. I offer a free 15-minute consultation to anybody that would like one. Go to our website. It's thecountessgroup.com, and then mash that purple button in the middle that says Schedule Time with Ken. And that will allow you to pick a day and time that work for your calendar. And lastly, number 3, automate. All of these things that you saw Scott talk about had to do with individual processes, but the beauty of them is that you can automate all of them. You can organize your info, always follow up automatically. It'll help you close more leads, automate the daily work that you hate to do, getting paid. We all love to get paid. and really impress your clients. If you're interested in trying out this software, go to thecountessgroup.com/keap. thecountessgroup.com/keap. And there, if you mash that button at the bottom of the screen and sign up for that deal, you'll save 30% today. So that makes it's under $70 a month for 2,500 contacts and 2 users. So thecountessgroup.com/keap. My name's Ken Countess. I'm managing director of the Countess Group. I'm a 40-year marketing veteran in my 20th year as an independent, helping businesses of all sizes grow. And if you've known me for any length of time, you've known that I was a senior marketing executive at some pretty big companies along the way. Over the 40 years, I've been helping businesses of all sizes with all types of marketing. So connect with me. Take advantage of the free consultation. Let's get to work and make 2021 your best year ever. We help businesses just like yours gain a unique advantage over your competition. We teach you how to automate and use targeted marketing. Throw away that idea of spray and pray marketing. It simply doesn't work. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, take action today. And if you're not already on my mailing list, join our list. Use this URL, bit.ly/join the list, and put dashes in between. And it's all lowercase. bit.ly/join the list. And connect with me wherever you are on social media. I know you either found me today on Facebook or YouTube. We're also all over LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest. And you can reach me at kc@thecountessgroup.com anytime. And call or text me if you prefer at 407-242-4200. Hey, if you're watching this live, we're just a few days before the new year begins. Today, live anyway, it's the 29th of December. If you're watching us live, glad you're here. Thanks for making time during this very busy holiday week. Even if you're just wrapping things up before you close shop for the rest of the year. If you're watching a replay, I'm glad you took time to watch this as well. Happy New Year, everybody. And I hope you'll join me again in the near future. We have a lot to look forward to in 2021. I hope you'll join me and allow us to help you grow. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.